dispatch.
Hey guys, welcome back to Hemlock Ridge. On this episode, we're going to be talking about off-grid security and what you can do to secure your property and protect yourself and your loved ones. One of the great things about being off-grid is getting away from it all, getting away from the craziness of the cities and the dangers that they bring. But that doesn't mean that you can just live scot-free and not worry about your safety and security. There's people out there that may be mentally ill, maybe just bad actors, or maybe under a controlled substance that want what you have. They want to harm you. And you need to be able to protect yourself both from two-legged predators as well as four-legged predators. And in this episode, we're going to cover some of the ways that you can have an early warning system and protect yourself. First, though, I want to thank today's sponsor, EIOT Club. EIOT Club is the go-to source for connecting all Internet of Things devices that require a cellular connection. Simply choose a prepaid data-only SIM, scan the QR code to activate it, insert it into your device, and you're online. It's just that easy. Fast, reliable, no contracts, and the triple play card works with all three major US carriers so that you'll always connect to the carrier that has the best, fastest signal. There's also other options for countries around the world. And I've been using EIOT Club for over 2 years and have had great success, and I'm happy to have them as a sponsor of the channel. EIOT Club is a great option for no contract, data-only plans to connect any devices that you have on your homestead, your property, or even your home where Wi-Fi is not available. Things like security cameras, game cameras, gate openers, smartwatches, anything that needs a cellular connection. It's fast, reliable, no contract, and again, works anywhere. And through the convenient app, you can actually see how much data you've used, top it off as necessary, and manage your plan. So when I think about off-grid security, I like to think about the acronym AMMP. It stands for Assess, Mark, Monitor, and Protect. And let's go through each one of those things and how they can apply to your property. Number one, assess. First of all, assess your property where you may have vulnerabilities, where both two-legged and four-legged creatures can enter your property. These are going to be natural entry points that might be easy. They might be entry points that someone will feel secure entering the property on. And I like to look at my property map. I'm lucky I have a satellite view of the property. And if you don't have a satellite view of your property, you might want to just sketch out a paper map and do an assessment of some of the natural features of your property. Now, I'm lucky because on the north and east side of my property are mountains and very deep gorges that are 100 feet deep that are nearly impassable. It would be almost impossible for someone to try to cross that gorge to enter my property. So I can't easily be attacked from the north or the east. However, the southern border of my property and the western border of my property tend to be more flat. Part of it is pasture, and it is a lot easier for folks to enter my property. So I'm going to pay special attention to those areas, knowing that those are natural entry points into my property. The same goes for dirt roads, paths, adjoining properties, anything like that where it might make it easy for someone to slip into your property. Now, once I've identified those areas that could be invitations for bad actors to enter, I'm going to move on to the second letter in the acronym, which is M for Mark. And I want to conspicuously mark the property to let people know they're not wanted, to let them know that they are trespassing and that they are entering someone else's property that is maintained and that they do not have a right to be on. So again, mark conspicuously. This is important not only to deter people from just wandering on the property saying they didn't know, but also it's important that it will give you some protection if someone wanders onto your property and gets hurt because they were clearly trespassing and they were not supposed to be on the property. I like to use signs. Some states now have purple paint that you can mark edges, but again, I think a sign that it says it's posted and it is conspicuously displayed and is around the border of the property is sort of the first step in marking your property to let people know that they are not wanted. The third letter in the AMP acronym is also M, which is monitor. And I like a early warning system where I can be alerted if people are entering my property or animals are entering my property and predators before they get here. So again, around the perimeter of the property, I use trail cams. And I like trail cams because they're inexpensive. Again, I can quickly connect them with the cellular signal, set them to trigger instantly, and it will automatically push a picture to my phone if I see a person or an animal entering the property in those areas where they're likely to enter. One of the things you should do too is invest in a security lock for each one of your cameras. Makes it really difficult for someone to deter those. This is one I use. It's made just for security cameras. I'll put the link in the description for you as well too. So that's my first early warning system to get ready and know that someone is entering my property before they show up at the front door of my cabin, on my shed, or anywhere else on the property. You can also use cellular cameras. There's lots of options available, solar cameras as well too. It just really depends on what you want, but really the monitoring is very, very important. As we move to the interior of the property, I start to use what are known as PTZ security cameras. These are video cameras that can pan, tilt, and zoom, and they're fantastic because it's real-time video that will alert me. I have the ability to use two-way audio to not only speak, but deter someone who's on the property, let them know that I see them and I've dispatched the authorities.
You're trespassing and being filmed. Leave the property. The sheriff has been dispatched.
Secondly, they're fantastic because you can set one up and monitor a larger field of vision, and you can move them remotely as you need to, point them in a different direction should you need to monitor something else. So the PTZ cameras are fantastic. There's lots of options right now, things from Reolink and many others. I could put some links down in the description. Again, with EIOT Club, you just insert the SIM card, and these cameras are online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and never needs charging because they have a solar panel that keeps them charged. Also with monitor, you know, if you do have a ATV, a quad, a side-by-side, or another device, it's great to patrol the bounds of your property. It gives someone who's been casing out the property a visual cue that you are frequently monitoring it, looking for people that may be hiking in, and watch for places where people may be entering the property. If you have a really big property and you're starting to see a trail because maybe you've got people who are illegally hunting or fishing on the property, that's another area where you can mark in the future and create some other deterrents such as fencing or other barriers to kind of keep them out from entering in that point. And then lastly, the last letter in the acronym is P for protect. The easiest thing you could do is lock up some of your equipment. Just like if you leave food out for animals, they're going to start to know and come back and realize that they can find a tasty meal there. The same thing's going to happen for bad actors. If they are able to walk onto your property, see nothing is secured, it's going to invite them not only to potentially steal something, but come back again and again. So protect is really important. Lock down things, those valuables and so forth. But there's also ways you could protect the property as well with additional deterrents. Dummy cameras are actually a great supplement to your real cameras. A lot of these are solar powered, they're indistinguishable from a real camera, and you can place many of those around where you're marking the property, as well as in other areas where you want just an additional layer of deterrent to keep people away from the property. So again, if you have at least cellular coverage from one of the 3 major US carriers, then I would highly recommend you check out EIOT Club. I will put the link in the description so you can check them out. And again, makes it really, really easy to get any of these devices online and connected to your mobile phone so that you are alerted at any time and can monitor your property remotely when you're not here. It's as easy as picking out the SIM card you want, choosing the data plan, registering the card, inserting it into your device, and it works instantly. And you never need to touch it again because you can monitor the entire device right through your app for the EIOT Club. I'd love to hear about some of the ways that you're protecting your property. Hopefully you never have to encounter a bad actor on your property, but prevention is key. Feel free to leave some of your tips in the comments for the other viewers of the channel, and I would certainly like to hear that. So again, thanks to EIOT Club for sponsoring today's video. Hope you liked it. Hope you're getting outdoors, because remember, life is short, and hope to see you back here next time on Hemlock Ridge.